Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very hot flat. I've got a fan on both sides of me here. I don't know if you can, yeah, I'm just gonna hide that. That is the reason why I'm currently radio mic'd. I don't want you to have to hear the fan, so okay, let's crack on with it. So today's video is a little bit different. This might not appeal to the majority of my subscribers, but I do sometimes get questions about fitness, well-being, what I do in the gym. So I thought I'd just sit down and chat to you about what I'm currently doing to shed off a few lockdown pounds that I've gained, and just sort of talk about my fitness routine in general that I tend to do in daily life anyway, especially now that the gyms are back open in the UK. So, firstly, I am in like my swimwear thing, not this, but this, because it's like the only thing I have that is super lightweight. I think it's like linen, and it's just really nice to be sitting here in this. So yeah, I was gonna wear fitness clothes for this, but they're just a bit too tight. Fitness. Let's talk about fitness. First off, I think it's worth saying that I'm not someone who's always loved fitness at all. I've always sort of seen it as a bit of a chore, don't really enjoy it massively. But since doing it more and more over the last few years, I have kind of fell in love with it a bit. I'm not anywhere near as kind of like religiously into it as some people. I don't know if any of you have been following me for a while, but you'll know that when I joined a CrossFit gym about a year ago, I absolutely hated it because it felt like a cult. So for me, I just like to work out on my own terms, do my own thing, focus on my journey, and I'm not there to socialise, as bad as it sounds. Some people love having a community and the fitness and all of the vibes that come with it and all the amazing people and the motivation. But for me, I just want to go in, get my workout done and leave. If I make any friends, fine. But essentially the gym isn't where I go to socialise. So, because that's what I've got the internet for that. So anyway, to the fitness regime. The main number one thing that I've done to lose weight over the last 2 years has been squats. And I've got some footage for you from the gym when it was empty the other day and I was filming myself. So the first thing I'll do when I go into the gym is I will just do some air squats to warm up, which is like no weight on the back at all. I'll just do about 10 or 20 air squats, just sort of warm up the knees. And then what I'll do is I will go to the barbell, and the barbell is 20 kg. I'll adjust it to my height and I'll start doing sort of 8 to 10 squats of just that weight. Now, when I first started the gym, I could never lift that barbell. I couldn't actually comfortably like get it on my back and do any squats whatsoever. I found that really difficult. So I'd say that with confidence and time, it's become easier. As a woman, I've found it quite intimidating to go into the weights area of a gym. I've struggled with that for a really long time. But now I don't really think about it at all. I just sort of go straight to my little area that I'm going to work out in, and it's not a big deal. Squats are an exercise that target the full body. This is why I do them at the start of the workout, because they're going to be the hardest. Same goes with things like deadlifting. That's a full body workout as well. I think they call it it's either a compound movement or I can't remember. Compound? Thank you. He's listening. They call it a compound movement, so that's why it's a really good one for like all over, like your whole bod is getting targeted. So for me, that's perfect. Just target it all in one go, please. I don't want to have to be here all day. So usually in terms of how many sets or how many reps, I would do 8 sets of 8 if I can. It takes a long time, so 8 squats, rest, times 8. After that, I'll probably do some deadlifts. I'll probably do about 4 or 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. You tend to go up in weight every time, so if you're currently just using the bar, which is 20, then you might want to add like 5 plates or even higher or less. At the moment, with me being home for however many months during lockdown and not doing any weighted workouts, I've found it quite difficult to just put on the weights that I was using before. It's definitely going to take me a couple of weeks to get back into the swing of it. Yeah, don't put pressure on yourself if you're in a similar place to me, where you've been away from that environment and away from lifting weights for so long that you're like, oh, I'm so much weaker. I can't even lift up my chopping board anymore without feeling like, wow, that's heavy. So we'll get there. Gym. As you can see, my gym's very COVID proof at the moment. There's spray and blue roll everywhere, so you have to wipe down everything after you've used it, and it's really nice because everyone's taking it really seriously and wiping down everything after they've used it. Why gyms haven't been like that for our entire lives, I will never know. Sometimes when I'm doing deadlifts, I'll just inject a little bit of cardio into it by sort of jumping over my barbell and doing a little down up. A down up is a really lazy burpee. So a burpee is when you like jump up and down and then your legs go out the bottom and you jump back up. I am so lazy, I hate cardio, so I can't stand burpees at all. So I'll just do a down up, which is where you just kind of go down slowly and then come back up. The reason why I'll do that in between doing some weighted work is just to sort of wake up my body a little bit, because sometimes just doing weights is kind of, well, it's really good for you, but I just tend to feel like, oh, am I really working as hard as what I could be working? And then I get flashbacks to when they used to like make us sweat and die at CrossFit. So that's kind of why I tend to inject a little bit of cardio when I feel like it in between deadlifting. By the way, I must say, I am not a fitness professional in any way. This is just personally my opinion, what I choose to do, how I choose to work out. So take from this what you will, but don't like come for me if this is totally wrong. With the deadlifting, you'll notice that sometimes my grip is like one hand going that way and one hand going that way against the bar. That's just simply so I can get a better grip and hold on to it for longer. Sometimes when I grip them both that way, I find the bar slipping away from me quicker, which means I'm able to do less reps, so I'm not working as hard. But the grip is something I'm still working on. I do need to work on that a bit. So after doing my squats and my deadlifts, I'll then move over to the machines and do things like leg press, where you simply just push away a plate and you can change the weight on the side. It's super, I was gonna say it's super easy. I do put it kind of heavy-ish. I try to go to like my body weight, if not more, so that I'm like putting a bit of welly into it. But again, I'm feeling a little bit more weak these days with being away from the gym for so long, so I'm just taking it easy with how much I am lifting, because I don't want to wear myself out and not be able to go to the gym. I'm so lucky to have a practically empty gym. For anyone who's following me on Instagram, if you don't, links over here somewhere. I have complained before about my knee. I've got a few issues at the moment. I think, well, I've been sort of told by a physiotherapist that it's a weak VMO and to do VMO exercises. So that's why I do this lift here, where the weights are kind of around the ankle area, and then I just adjust the seat. I adjust the pad that sits over the thighs, and then I just lift very sort of light weights. That's my legs going up. I lift very I lift very light weights from my ankles like up like that, which trains the VMO muscle. I can increase the weight of this, but I don't want to push it too far. But again, even if you haven't got a damaged VMO, this is quite a good one to do for legs. Again, it's only targeting a certain area, so it's completely different to the squats and the deadlifts because they are like compound movements, whereas this is just targeting certain areas. Same goes for the hip adductor and abductor. I think that's what they're called. This is a fantastic machine. I love doing this. And it does both things by simply moving the knee pads to which way around you'd like to work. The first exercise that I'm doing here in this video, it's training the inner thighs. And then after that, I train the sort of outer thighs, which is quite nice. Again, it's more of a targeted workout. I also feel it in my bum as well. This is quite a good one because there's not really many exercises out there that target the inner thigh. And for a lot of women, and men, but mostly women, I always feel like the people I talk to want to sort of tone up their inner thigh area. So this is a really good one. I really enjoy this. Of course, I also train my upper body. On some days, I do all sorts of like assisted pull-ups. I'll do chest press. I'll do rows like that. But yeah, the leg day is what I wanted to focus on this video because I feel like the most amount of work gets done on those days, and I'll try to do sort of 3 of those a week. Maybe more if I'm not aching, because I feel like I see the most progress when I do leg days, and I don't really notice it too much when I do like upper body days. I've never really noticed like, oh, my arms are thinner now. I've never sort of noticed that. I've just noticed like an overall change on my whole body from doing full compound workouts. So that's really good. Of course, none of this would be worth it at all if I wasn't putting any energy or effort into the food I'm eating. I think I have a well-balanced diet. You know, I definitely have my treats now and then. When I say now and then, I'm probably every day. But, you know, essentially what I'm doing is working for me, so I just thought I'd share it, as I do sometimes get questions about it. Oh, another really good thing that's happening is that I got my bike. So I was kindly sent a bike by Halfords UK, and it's a Carrera bike, and I've been cycling that to and from the gym, so that's quite a nice warm-up, because then when I get to the gym, I feel like my body's already a little bit kind of, it's not just woken up kind of thing. So that's a really nice new habit that I'm forming by cycling to the gym and then cycling home. It's always quite hard cycling home because my legs are already aching from doing like the squats and stuff. Things I absolutely don't do at the gym are running on the treadmill for an hour. Can't think of anything worse. Cross trainer, never do it. I never do any of the cardio machines at all. I mean, it's definitely something I should probably look into. I don't want to close my mind off completely to cardio. I just know that I don't enjoy it. I actually hate it so much. I hate running. I hate feeling how like heavy the feet are on the treadmill. Like maybe the treadmills are cheap, or maybe I'm just an elephant, but like that boom, boom, boom. I actually can't stand it. I can hear him laughing. Also, I know I'm not an elephant, but you know when you're on this little weak treadmill, you feel like one, so trigger warning. Another thing I don't do, but what I should do, is stretch more. So that will help my knee injury. If I just stretch more, I'll actually be able to work harder in the gym. So that's one thing I'm looking to improve. I need to make it a daily habit. Unless you make anything a daily habit, it never happens. So that's what I've learned anyway. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Again, I know this will only appeal to a small portion of my audience that have asked me questions about it before. I'm sorry if this wasn't something you're interested in. If you weren't interested in it, you probably wouldn't be watching till now, because I've been speaking for quite a while. For those of you that are still here, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and check out my other channels, links at the end and all of that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Stay safe, spray down the machines, do all the good things in the gym. Let's pray that we don't get locked down again. It's clear, my world crumbles when you are not near. Goodbye and I choke, I try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear, my world crumbles when you are not